4th, 2016. To my left is our County Attorney, Ron Carl, and to my far right is Geraldine Sanchez, Assistant Clerk to the Board. Ms. Sanchez, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Bockenfeld?
Here.
Commissioner Holland?
Here.
Commissioner Sharp? Here. Commissioner Jackson is absent and excused. Commissioner Doty?
Here. Commissioner Sharp, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Carl, are there any modifications to the agenda?
There are no modifications to the agenda.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Sharp, seconded by Commissioner Holland to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now is the time for any citizen wishing to address the board on any issue that is not on the agenda this morning. Please come forward. Seeing none, we'll move along. May I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Sharp, seconded by Commissioner Holland to approve the consent agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have one general business item today, which is a public hearing. It is Arapahoe County Updated 2016 Americans with Disabilities Act Transition Plan. And our presenter today is Dan Perkins. And before we do that, would you, Mr. Carl, please set the foundation?
Yes, this is a public hearing on the Arapahoe County Updated 2016 Americans with Disabilities Act Transition Plan. And notice of this public hearing was published in the Village of newspaper on September 15, and then again on September 22nd, and so there's jurisdiction for the board to proceed. I forgot to turn on my mic.
Hopefully we heard that. Mr. Perkins.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. This is the updated ADA transition plan that the county is obligated to provide under the Americans with Disabilities Act, Title II. We've had a plan in place for quite some time, and from time to time the board may be called upon to amend that plan to deal with updates in the law. That is essentially what we're doing today. In 2012, there were some significant changes to the regulations that govern the ADA, and this plan, or this updated plan, is simply an attempt for the county to come into compliance, or to set a plan to come into compliance with the new standards under Title II. Essentially, all that the updates do is add a few additional policies that we will be presenting to the board over the course of the next year or two that deal with citizens with disabilities and provide items that are required or at least encouraged under the ADA and its regulations. It also brings together all of the plans from the different departments, such as Public Works, Fleet and Facilities, Elections, and Open Spaces, who have all been complying with the ADA over the course of the last 20 some odd years since the ADA went into effect. But we bring it all together and put it all into this one central location for the plan. So that's another update that we provided. In addition, the county has recently decided to go with Relay Colorado for its hearing impaired assistance, rather than having TTY and TDD services. That's outlined in the plan on how that will take effect and has taken effect. And the only other addition is that we have brought the Sheriff's Office and the county's complaint procedures under the ADA into alignment so that they are identical rather than being separate, different types of complaint procedures. Other than that, there really haven't been any changes. It's basically business as usual, but we are required to update the plan occasionally, and that's what we're doing.
Thank you. I just have one question. Will this plan be available on our website?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, right now it's available on the reasonable accommodation page. It's not that hard to find. There's actually a link to it directly from the homepage. When you get to the reasonable accommodation page, there is a link directly to the plan. It's there now as the proposed plan. Assuming that the board actually passes the plan today, it will be changed to the current plan. Yeah, it'll be, rather than proposed, it'll be the in effect plan.
Thank you. Is there any way for citizens to comment on the plan, should they want to do that?
Citizens on the website, you mean?
Yes.
There isn't, but I'm sure we can speak with the manager of the website to talk about how that can be done. I did forget to mention, however, that we did have citizen input into this change in the plan. We did do a survey online that we got quite a few responses on how we could implement additional changes and what they wanted to see done, particularly from the department level in terms of fixing roads and things like that. So we did have some public input on that already. But as for specific comments on the plan, we don't have any of those yet, but we can certainly implement that.
Did we get any comments from the citizens when you had that available?
On the plan, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, we have not gotten any comments from citizens.
Just curious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any
Anything
other
else?
questions?
Thank you. Oh,
Commissioner Holland?
Yes, I just want to compliment the staff and all the work that went into this process throughout all the departments. And I think it's a good idea that we consolidate all of those separate plans into an individual plan. And just express my appreciation. And as a disabled veteran, I think it's important that we recognize that access is a very important aspect of government.
thank you, Commissioner. We did have quite a bit of input from all the different department levels. All the guys from, in particular, Public Works and Fleet and Facilities were particularly helpful in pulling a lot of information together. So thank you for that.
Commissioner Bockenfeld?
Madam Chairman, unless it's your desire to open a public meeting for additional comment.
We have a public hearing.
Yes, okay.
It's required. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
I would now like to open the public hearing. If anyone here would like to address the board on this issue, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Now, Commissioner Bockenfeld.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion. I move to adopt the updated American with Disabilities Act transition plan brought forward for today's public hearing for formal adoption. And I'd ask for a second.
I'll second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Bockenfeld, seconded by Commissioner Sharp, to adopt the ADA transition plan brought forward today. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Now is the time for any commissioner wishing to address the group that is here today. Please do so. Seeing none, the meeting is adjourned.